So we're going to take a big inhale. And then on the exhale, I want you to hinge from your hips. I want you to come forward. You're pushing your butt to the back wall. You're feeling a stretch in your hamstrings and you're reaching your arms out. And then I want you to nod your head and then round your spine and let your body hang like a rag doll. Bend your knees. Weight bearing in both legs. And then roll yourself up. Stack your spine all the way up. So you want to feel that hinging and that articulation. So up, inhale, and then exhale, hinge. So this is neutral spine here, no articulation. You're pushing your butt to the back wall, right to where you feel that restriction, right to where you feel your hamstrings. And then round your spine, bend your knees a little bit and come down into ragdoll. And then drop your tailbone to your heels, scoop your belly, and roll back up. Unwinding yourself. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, breathe in. And then exhaling, hinging at the hips, reaching your bottom to the back wall. If you're going to kiss the wall with your butt cheeks, think of elephant right here. And then rounding into it. Bending your knees. Dropping your tailbone to your heels and then rolling back up. All the way up. This time we're going to come all the way out into a plank. So you're going to inhale. On the exhale, hinge back, push your bottom to the back wall. Bend your knees a little bit, bring your hands down to the floor. As you bring your hands down to the floor, start to walk your body out. You're going to walk out into a plank. Now again, drop to your knees if you need to. Stay in the plank for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. On that 3rd breath, drop down to your knees. Bend your elbows. Come all the way down to right before you're going to fall. And then slowly come all the way to the floor. Let your body come all the way down. Then you're going to press up into a nice stretch. Open up your shoulders. Turn your toes under. Lift your bottom up and drop your head. Stretch into downward facing dog. Feel that stretch the back body. Drop your heels. As you drop your heels down, push into the floor with your hands and walk yourself back. Bend your knees. Pause here at the edge of your mat. Round your spine, head is hanging, ragdoll. Tailbone drops to the heels and roll back up. Okay? Can we do that 2 more times? What do you guys think?
Sure.
Okay, so inhaling. Exhaling, tail to the wall and back of you. Hinge, 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 bending your knees, right? So keeping the knees soft will help you stay out of your back, getting into your hamstrings. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Begin to walk your hands back out. Transition into your plank position. Fingertips are nice and wide, space through the whole palm of the hand. Stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Drop down to your knees. Bending your elbows, slowly slide your elbows into your rib cage. I want you to come to that place right before you feel like you're going to lose it, and you're just going to hold it there, and then slowly transition all the way down to your belly. Push into your hands and stretch your body. Scoop your belly to lift and stay out of your low back. Turn your toes under, transition into downward facing dog by lifting your hips, pushing the floor away, dropping your heels. Feel the stretch in your calf muscles. How tight are your calves tonight? Start to push into your hands. Walking yourself back, bending your knees slightly. Woo. Coming into a ragdoll position, right? Your head is hanging, right? Tension in the neck. Drop the tailbone to the heels and roll back up. Stacking your vertebrae. Eyes are looking center. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, last one happening now. Hinging at the hips. Bending the knees. Coming all the way down to the ground. Fingertips find the floor. You should be feeling a little bit more stretched out now in the back of the legs. Walking yourself back out into your plank. Plugging the arms in, head is long out of the spine. Scooping the belly up away from the floor for 3 breaths. Coming down to slowly transition to your knees. Again, bending the elbows. Feeling that eccentric contraction of those triceps holding you there. And then transition all the way down. This time I want to push back into child's pose. So we're going to stay down. Press back into your child's pose. Sink into your hips. Release the knees. Stretch through the fingertips. Stretch through the tailbone. Breath in and breath is out. Coming up onto all fours now. All right, so gotta fix my pants here. Falling down. Nothing like having butt crack showing on the internet. All right. Now you're in all fours position. You're gonna take a breath in. You're gonna let your belly distend. On the exhale, you're gonna pick your belly up and you're gonna pull as if you're a pregnant kitty cat. You're gonna pull the kittens up into your belly on the exhale. On that next inhale, you're gonna keep those kittens pulled up. Feeling the expansion across the back body. Exhaling, hug those kittens now. Staying in neutral, not changing spine angle. Keep hugging those kittens as you breathe in and out. Take your right leg, stretch it out, and then lift from your glutes. Stretch that right leg out away from you. Inhale. Exhaling, reach the opposite hand out away from you on the other side. Hug your kittens. Plug the arm into the socket. Feel length through the tail, length through the head. As you exhale, release the shoulders, pull the stomach in to hug those kittens even more. And then place that hand and leg right back down. Take a pause here. Shake out your hands. Take your left leg, stretch it out. Inhale. Exhale, floating that leg up. Right arm reaches out in front of you. Find your balance here. Hug your kittens. Feel that whole chain in the back, that whole fascial length. Inhaling and exhaling. Reach long. As you exhale, release the shoulders, release the base of the neck, but grow long through the crown of your head. One more breath. You place your hand in your arm. Back down. Sit back in your child's pose one more time. And pause. Now with yourself in child's pose, the tops of your feet and your shins are on the mat. You're going to push into the shins to lift yourself up, reaching your arms to the sky. Circle the arms around 3 times. As you're in this position, I want you to just gently tweeze your butt muscles, tweeze your glutes, and open up through the front of the hip. And then on that 3rd circle, I want you to take your hands right at your sides, palms are facing out, and pull the shoulder blades down and back to open up the chest. Right? So all that computer sitting, all of that hunched over makes us tired, right? Makes us have a headache because we're so looking at the computer. So here we are, opening the chest, opening up the rib cage, breathing in. On the exhale, take the hands up like you're inside of a big hamster ball. You're circling out and then reaching, reaching, reaching. So stretch through the inside fabric of your body, reaching all the way down through your fingertips. Feel the sensation as if you had a big robe on with gloves and you're stretching that fabric. You're making your arms longer. You're stretching, you're stretching, you're stretching. And then one more time, reaching out, reach. Maybe you can go a little bit further, touching the side walls. And then bring the hands to the small of the back and pause right here. Now pulling again the shoulders back and feel even more of a stretch in the front of the shoulder. How tight are we tonight? Whew. A lot. Breath is in and breath is out. You're going to hang out here for 10 seconds. Good work. Shake out your arms. Ooh. Step forward with your left foot. Finding that balance to control that stepping forward. So as we step forward with the left foot, notice all of the wobbling that the body is going through, right, to offset that challenge in gravity. Now take that foot and now bring it back. Step forward with the right foot. So let's kind of practice this, right? Something very simple yet very profound that the body has to readjust. As you bring that foot through, can you swing it through and keep your balance with as little accessory motion as possible? Just moving in the leg. Feel how the foot articulates with the floor. And does that feel compromised to you, or does it feel pretty solid? One more time on that left side, as I fall over. And then from there, I'm going to walk that left foot forward a little bit, and I'm going to lunge. I'm going to lunge forward to come off of that back knee. I'm thinking of laying the top of the back thigh into the mat. Now, if you need a pad for your knee, feel free to grab a pillow. But we want to open up that back hip flexor, kind of similar to Eve's lunge, right? So I'm thinking reformer right here. Right now, take your hands off of your leg and reach your hands to the sky. Firm into that foot that's in the front. Now push the floor away, shift your weight, flex that foot, pull the heel back, bring your chest over that front thigh. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Great breath. And then transitioning back, placing the foot into the floor, taking your body up, find your balance again, and then pull that leg back. Step forward with the other foot. Here we are. Now you're going to scoot that foot forward a little bit, and you're going to lunge now again. So you're thinking the top of the back of the thigh is really starting to open. Push your hands onto the front leg, lift your chest. Take your hands, reach to the sky. So we can't strengthen a joint that's all gummed up. We have to create joint play first. We have to open up that space so that we can work in those connections. One more breath here. You're pushing the floor away on this side. You're flexing that foot. You're bringing your chest down over that thigh. Thinking of laying your belly on your lap. Lift your chest wall. Noticing the difference between each leg, right? Maybe your back feels very tight. Maybe you need to open that up, right? And now placing that foot back into the ground, lift your body up, standing into that kneeling position. Walk that foot back. Sit back in your child's pose and stretch one more time. Transitioning back once again into your all fours position. Turning the toes under. I'm standing now into the ball of my feet. I'm going to draw my belly in. I'm going to round my spine. I'm going to pull my waistline up towards the sky. Thinking of my lower rib cage, pulling my front ribs to back ribs. And as I pull my belly in so much, my knees float off of the floor. And I hold. My knees are off of the floor. I'm rounded. Breathing in, breathing out. Placing my knees back down. And relax, stretch, and come forward in small roses. Exhaling, rounding the back again, scooping the belly, front ribs to back ribs, turning your toes under into the ball of the foot, pulling the belly up so high that the knees float off of the floor 1 inch. One more time, inhale. Push the floor away with your arms. Feel those shoulders really working here. Placing the knees back down, turning the toes back under, and come forward and smell flowers. Coming back through neutral. Transitioning now onto our butt. You're going to cross your legs if you'd like. and just shift your weight and flip onto your back. Or just sit on your butt. Whatever works. How does it feel for you?
Good.
Are we warmed up?
Yeah.
Heather, are you with us?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. I don't see you in there, so I just want to make sure you're still alive here. All right. Now, your knees are bent. Okay, I'm going to just transition with my camera lens here so y'all can see me down here. Don't mind my fat belly. I've been eating way too much, trying to go on my diet, but every day just seems to kind of derail me. I blame Cam. It's all his fault. All right, pull your chest through your thighs, sit nice and tall here. Feet are firmed into the floor. Inhaling, on the exhale, you're gonna pull your tummy in. Your tailbone pulls between your legs. You're gonna look down and you're gonna round your back. Your elbows lengthen and you just pause right there. So you're coming to a lengthened elbow. And here's where you wanna really do some tidying up of the shoulders, right? So a lot of times, you know, we're kind of here hanging into the shoulders. So we want the base of the neck to relax. The shoulders are just there. And we're finding our trunk. We're finding the middle of our body right through those lower ribs. As you pull that belly in, feel the support of your core in this position. Now let go of your arms and roll yourself all the way back up. Once you're there, put your hands back onto your knees and pull your chest through your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, round back under. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Shoulders are soft and relaxed. They're not playing in this game. You're finding your stomach to really hold you here. Let your legs go and hold for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll yourself up. Pull yourself the rest of the way through your thighs and lift your chest. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and round. So feel your posterior pelvic tilt here. Front ribs to back ribs, scooping your belly, let go of your legs. Inhale. Exhale. Scoop, 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 scoop. Inhale. Exhale, roll back up. Pull your chest through. All right. How are we doing?
Good. Good.
We're going to play a game called red light, green light. So here's how it goes. I say green light. You start to roll under. You continue to go. I say red light. You hold. I say green light. You continue to roll. I say red light. You stop. You got me? Green light. Go. Red light. Stop. Green light. Go. Red light. Stop. Green light. Go. Red light. Stop. Ooh, working. Green light. Go. Until you come all the way to your mat and release your head for red light. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Yep. Can we try to come back up with that? Oh boy. All right. Hands are just going to reach to the legs. You're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders on that green light. You're exhaling. Peeling off on a green light. Red light. Hold. Green light. Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. And come all the way up and hold your legs. Woo! How much fun is that? Heather, you're looking at me kind of funny. She's like, I don't like this. It's all good. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. All right. We're coming back down on one face of it. We're going to stay down there. Now, inhale. Exhale, green light. Go. Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Red light. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Green light. And red light once you get down there. Good work, everybody. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Walk your feet in, ankles in, knees in. Everything is in alignment. Take a breath in. Push down into your feet. Engage your glutes. Lift your bottom up off of the floor and open up your joints. Push your arms down into the floor to open your chest, and then breathe your ribs very heavy into the mat. And we hold for 10 seconds. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now from the top of the back of the neck, you roll down, articulating through your spine, bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. Release all the way back down and pause at the bottom. Breathe in. Exhaling, pushing your feet down, engaging your butt muscles to push the floor away to lift your hips up. Really find your glutes here. Don't let your hamstrings take over, and hold 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. On that 10th one, begin to roll down. Belly and breath. Bring you down. Release, let your sit bones widen. Relax your gluteals. All right, one more time. Push into your feet. Lift your bottom up off of the floor. Chest is wide and open. Ribs are heavy. Now shift your weight into your right foot. Really connect with that right foot into the mat. And think about lifting your left leg, but don't lift the left leg. Just find your right glute. You're finding that activation of that right gluteal. You're feeling it. You're saying, okay, it's there. Breathing into that space. And now shift your weight into your left foot. Push into that left foot. Connect your left foot with your legs, with your core. Find that integration of core body into this exercise. You're not lifting the other leg. You're just thinking about it. You're contemplating it. How would it feel if I lifted my leg off of the floor? And now bring the weight bearing back into both feet. Activate both gluteals, and maybe you can lift the hips up a little higher without letting the rib cage flare open, and roll back down. Pull your knees into your chest and stretch back. How did that feel for you guys today? Good. So every day is a different day, especially you've been sitting a lot. The hamstrings, boy, they really want to take over. So we want to really make sure that we are activating the glutes and not primarily the hamstrings. All right. Now stretching the legs out onto the mat, all the way out we go. Stretch it out, and reach the arms long overhead. Flexing both feet back, squeezing your inner thighs together as if you had one leg now. Take a big deep breath. Yawn your body open. Stretch it, just like you just woke up in the morning. And then on the exhale, float your hands to the sky. On the exhale, you're going to lift your head through your arms. You're tucking the tailbone, your ribs are heavy. You're going to roll through, peeling off of the mat, one vertebrae at a time, and then stack up nice and tall once you get there. Now again, if you have issues with rolling up, if your back is very tight, just do the negative, which means the roll down phase, and you will get that flexibility. Pull your toes back, exhaling, tucking your tailbone. Feel like the rug is being pulled out from under you as you roll down. Articulate your vertebrae, try to get every bone back into the mat. Stretch your arms back over your head. Breathe, inhale. Exhaling, hands reach to the sky. Exhale, head and neck and shoulders lift up off of the mat. Hands reach to the feet, rolling through, scoop your belly. Once you get to your sit bones, now stack up nice and high for me, nice and tall with your posture. And then exhale, roll back down. So I like to say, if you do the roll down correctly, your pants will fall down, right? So if you have a wardrobe malfunction in doing the roll down, then you did it right. That's a good indication. Reaching the arms long overhead, exhaling, float the hands back to the sky. Last one happening now. Looking through the window of the arms, roll through. Pull your hands back. Pull you up as if there's an imaginary string on your toes, pulling you up. And stack up nice and tall. Take your hands, reach in back of you. Now, we have a choice here in this next exercise. We can keep the legs long, or we can bend the knees, whatever works for you. I will show you the bent knee version. I will show you both. You pick your poison today, but all we're going to do is we're going to draw the shoulders back, right? Retract the shoulder blades. So all that computer sitting, right, we have a tendency to be like this. So I want to retract my shoulder blades and offset all of that computer work. And I'm going to push down into my feet to get my glutes to connect, and I'm going to lift my hips up off of the mat. Okay. As I do, my eyes look up to the sky, and I'm pushing the floor away with my hands to really find those shoulder blades, pulling down to pull the shoulders open. Take a breath in, exhale, place your bottom back down onto the mat, stretch your legs out, shake out your hands. How did that feel?
It's hard.
It is hard. We don't work like that, right? It's a shame. We need to work like with our computers in back of us. Learn how to type back here. All right, now the straight leg version, feet are flexed. You push into it and you lift into a reverse plank. And we hold that for a count of 5. Squeezing, pushing the floor away. 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a seat back on your mat and come down and shake out your hands. Woo. Yes, take a forward fold. Stretch out of your legs. And then roll yourself up. Bend your knees now. Bring yourself to the front corner of your mat. Now from here, we're going to do a little modified rolling like a ball. We're going to do the level that is easiest for most people. So what I want to do is I'm sitting really tall. I want to rock back so I'm more on my sacrum, and I'm going to take my right leg up, and then I'm going to pick up my left leg. And I'm going to find what's called my balance point. Okay, so wherever you can hang out feels pretty good. Now the idea with rolling like a ball is that you don't want to roll back and wing your head back. You never roll back to your head. Your head stays rounded and tucked in. Thanks, Kate. Did you hear that, my daughter? And you're going to roll back to your shoulder blades. Exhale, come back up to the same position where you started. So lead with your tailbone. You're going to roll back. Inhale, and then exhale and come right back up and balance, 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 and exhale. And come right back. So if you go back to your head, you went a little too far. I almost did for myself, so I'm going to stop that momentum. And then lead with the tailbone. Inhale and exhale. I like to think the rug is being pulled out from under me. 2 more times, and inhale and exhale. And last one happening now, and inhale and exhale right here. Take your right leg, stretch to the sky. Take your left leg, stretch to the sky. Pull your chest through your thighs. Now find your back body, find your front body. Now hold it there. Now you can stay here or you can let go for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your hands back onto your legs. Place your feet back down and let that go. How did we do?
Good.
Not easy. Not easy, but you did it. Good work. Okay, come back to your mat. Roll onto your side. Okay. Pull your pants up if you need to. Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, so here we are. So I want you to find the back edge of your mat, and then I want you to take your legs, and you're going to bring them to the front corner of your mat. You're going to take yourself all the way down. Rest your head in your hands. Now from this position, we need to find stability for the legs as it pertains to the low back. So I want you to feel your rib cage that's on the mat. So just feel around with your fingertips, find those lower ribs, and then I want you to feel them and feel how they're on the mat, right? So then I want you to take that same hand and you're going to place it right on the top of your hip. Now I'm going to pull this hip down, and I'm going to make my top leg longer than my bottom leg. And as I do, the ribs will float off of the mat under here. I want you to feel that. As they float off the mat, you're going to hold it there, and you're going to float that top leg up, and then float it back down. And we're just going to do 10 of these. Simple enough, up and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, 10, and hold it there. Now take it in back of the other leg. Maybe you can take it and stretch it to the back corner of your mat and hold it. Now do some housekeeping on your ribs, right? Tidy the ribs up. Find this little position here, right? So we always want to double check as we're holding that leg out there, and then we're going to lift them more from the back. 2, 4. Doesn't take a lot to really fire up these muscles. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Hold it there, keeping the ribs up. You're going to bring the knee into flexion in towards your nose. And then you're going to kick the leg back into extension. Tidy up your ribs. And the knee comes in. And then the leg kicks back. 2. We're doing 5 of these. And the leg kicks in. And the leg kicks back for 3. 2 more times. And the leg goes in. Folding into the hip. And then extending out from the glutes. Last one. And out. And release. Let this go. All right. How did that feel?
Good.
Everybody good? Take that top leg, cross it over now. Now I want you to prop yourself up onto your elbow. All right, now here's the deal. The elbow, I'm going to send out a little bit over my head because I'm going to head in that direction. So when I land there, my elbow is going to be directly underneath of me. Okay? Everybody with me? So just take a peek. Make sure you're on this little angle here. Now, this back leg is going to be very strong and straight. You're flexing the foot of the underneath leg. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push into this foot, and I'm going to lift into a side plank position. Okay? So push down into that bottom leg, into that outer foot. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and come back down. And release. I know, the first one's like, what? Right? We don't do side planks very often. This bottom leg is going to be very active. You're pushing into the outer foot. You're pushing away the floor with this bottom thigh, right? Let's try it again. So now you guys know where we're going. The first one's always a dress rehearsal, right? It's a pancake. So we're going to send that elbow that way, right? So you're pushing yourself towards your elbow. Are we ready? Pull your low ribs up. Nice tall spine. Push and lift. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back down and fold your legs. Woo! All right, come all the way down now. Oh, what we work on one side, we must release. So take the arm now, stretch it open. And I'm running into my barrel, so we're going to go all the way up. A little bit. Now, so 5 times here. Open and close the book. Three. And we'll do one more right here. Good job. If you can, reach down, grab that foot, pull the heel to the butt, squeeze your bum. Give yourself a little bonus quad stretch here. And let that go. Okay, bring yourself up. Let's go to the other side. How we doing, ladies?
Good.
Like I said in the very beginning of the class, some of these exercises are pretty challenging, right? Make it work for you, right? If only coming to that one little spot with that side plank is all you can manage, then commit to it, and then maybe next week you'll be able to do it in practice. All right, so here I am. So I'm in the back edge of my mat. My legs are at the front corner of my mat. Head is resting in my arm. Now, once again, right now I'm not engaging. I'm just letting everything kind of just drop into the mat. I'm just kind of chilling out, getting myself in position here. Then I'm going to check out where my ribs are as they pertain to the mat. And then I'm going to place my hand right on the top of my iliac crest of my hip. And then I'm going to push that hip away. I'm going to make that top leg longer than the bottom leg. I'm going to feel how those lower ribs They just lift off of the mat just because. And we're going to keep them there. We're going to do some housekeeping, tidy them up as we lift and lower that leg. And 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, and hold. Now send the leg back to that back corner of the mat. And again, checking in, right? Doing some housekeeping. Is my rib cage shifting? Is it flaring? Is it doing something it's not allowed to do? Always maintaining stability. Lift and lower for 10 more. 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 9. Hold it there, right? Recheck your ribs because you know they're sneaky. And then we're going to fold into the hip, pulling the knee in towards the nose. And then I want to extend and reach my leg away. And then I'm going to come forward, folding into the hip, and then stretching away, keeping those ribs connected. 3 more. And exhale. And 2 more. Last one. And stretch. And release that leg. Wowza, wowza. It doesn't take much for that glute to start firing up. Place that foot in front. Oh, enjoy that little stretch there for the hip before we get started. And then you're going to come up and bring yourself back up onto your elbow. And here we are again. Oh dear, the dreaded side plank. So again, you're going to slide that elbow on at an angle up towards that top of the mat, right? I'm flexing into this bottom foot. My foot is flexed. I'm very strong in this bottom leg. It's here to help me, okay? Now I'm going to push into this foot, and I'm going to lift and pull myself right into that arm. As I stack, I'm squeezing the bottom glute. I'm lifting my lower rib cage. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down. Woo! How we doing, Linda?
Oh, man.
All right, you can do it. That's why we're holding 5 seconds, right? Not 30. We got one more set. You ready, Sally? Ready, Heather? Team Pilates Plus, here we go. 1, 2, 3, push into that foot. Slide into your plank. Hold, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Stack your legs. Now for the good stuff. The torturous part is over. We open up now. And then come back. 4 more. Oh, doesn't that feel good after that work? Two more. And let's 1. All right. And come around. Very nice work, guys. Come onto your bellies. Let's transition onto our stomachs now. All right. All right. You guys are doing great. We got 15 minutes left of the class. See how fast the time goes. Come on, Sally. All right, reach your hands around. Forehead on the floor. Arms and legs stretched in opposite directions. Now, pull your belly up away from the floor. Reach long through your hips. Take a breath in. Keep your fingertips on the floor and lift. Push the floor away, but keep your fingertips connected to the floor. Chest and head is lifted. Belly is integrated. Now float the top of the thighs off of the floor. As you float the top of the thighs off on the floor, the front of the pelvis stays connected to the floor. Belly is lifted. Pelvic floor is engaged. Now float your fingertips off of the floor. And we hold for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down and rest.
Ugh.
Woo. From there, we transition into a little swimming or opposite arm, opposite leg, much the same as the beginning of the class. So we've already prepared our body to know what to do. Bellies are lifted, front of the pelvis is on the floor. Push your fingertips into the floor to lift the shoulders and head, chest, right? So you're rolling a little marble with your chest, widening out through the collarbone, softening the base of the neck. The thighs float off of the floor. Fingertips now float off of the floor. Right arm, left leg lifts a little higher, and then opposite, and then opposite, opposite, and opposite. We do 10, and 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And everything releases back down. And let this go. Last exercise here, bringing the hands to the small of the back, bringing your legs together, making one leg, squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing your ankles as if you had one big mermaid tail here. We're going to kick the bottom 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Stretch the legs away. Pull the belly in. Pull your hands to your feet and lift and stretch. Come back down. Put your face onto the mat on the other side. Kick your bottom. 1, 2, 3. Reach the legs away. Stretch your hands to your feet and lift your chest. Flip your face to the other side 2 more times and kick. 1, 2, 3. Stretch. And then reach. And then release. Switch your face and kick. 1, 2, 3. And reach your legs away. Hands reach to feet and lift. Bring your hands around. Place your hands onto your forehead. Take one hand if you can. Grab your foot. Pull your foot to your bum. Stretch your quadriceps.
Ouch.
So if this proves to be too challenging for you just to grab your foot, a dog's leash or a belt of that nature, that sort of thing helps to get the work done. Release that, switch to the other side. As you continue to stretch your quads, they will open up. You'll have more blood flow in your legs, more vitality through your pelvis. You won't be so tired at the end of your workday. And go ahead and release that. Push yourself back and sit in your child's pose.
Oh, boy.
Then pull it back up. Wardrobe malfunction. Fix your pants. Have a seat on your bottom. Legs outstretched in front of you. How's everybody doing?
Good. I need a shower.
You're almost there. You're at the finish line. You got a 1/4 mile left of the race. You guys are doing awesome. I know mat Pilates is hard. It's the hardest way to do the work, but I'll tell you, it's building a lot of strength in you that might not necessarily come with weight-assisted exercises like on the reformer. I love the reformer, don't get me wrong. However, this is a different animal right here, and I think you guys will agree, especially after all these months doing it. Now flex your feet and pull your toes back to you and really sit up nice and tall. Imagine you're sitting on a cactus right here. Float your arms out in front of you. Now you're sitting on a cactus and you have a big beach ball right on your legs, right on your lap. You're going to wrap your body up over that beach ball as you stretch. You're pulling your ribs back and you stretch your spine forward. Reach the top of your head through your arms towards your feet. Take a breath of air and now come back onto your cactus. Stack your spine up, up, up. And you're on top of a cactus, so you're really going to try and get really far away from it. Exhaling and rounding your spine up over that beach ball and stretch towards your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Rebuild your spine. Stack it up. Imagine there's a big stick right along your spine. You're going to peel off of that stick. From the head, peel off the stick all the way down. And then come back up the stick. Do one more right here. And exhale. And then stack back up. Now I'm going to change this exercise just a little bit. We're going to do it a different way because it's about the spine, and sometimes when the legs get involved, we kind of lose the integrity and we kind of get a little herky-jerky with it. So what I want to do, and you guys can tell me what you think about this. I just learned this the other day. I thought, this is an interesting transition, an interesting way to do this exercise. But I'm going to sit on my heels here, and if you have a yoga block and you need to modify anything, feel free to do it, okay? So we don't want to hurt knees or anything else, but we're going to sit, and I'm going to actually use my yoga block because the ball of my foot is so that I really can't put pressure on it. So I'm going to place my yoga block right here so that I can stack myself and my legs can just get out of the way and I'm not thinking about my poor foot burning. Then from here, I'm going to round my spine. So same thing, I'm rounding. I'm coming into spine stretch forward. And then I'm going to stack my back right back up. Let's do that like 3 times. And you tell me if you feel a little bit deeper stretch in your back or not. I do. On the exhale, pull the front ribs to back ribs and round. And then stack back up. Articulate your spine. One more time. Exhale. Pull your belly in. So the more you pull in your stomach, the more stretch you get in your back. Stack back up. And release. And come onto your bottom again on the floor. What do you guys think about that?
I like being on my knees like that.
Yeah, you can use a yoga, like I have to modify with a yoga block because my foot, I can't get into that perfect position because my foot is like this. But
I mean, I do it, but it I don't know, didn't feel
I
right.
work with it though because it gives you a much deeper stretch in the low back, and if you're touching the low back, it's going to get you out of your legs, right? So, all right, now bring your legs wide, hands out. We come into saw. So you're going to rotate, spinning around the axis of your spine, and then round your back. Reach for that baby toe. You're going to saw it off your pinky. You're reaching this back arm back, and you're lifting it up like you're pushing up a big wall, and you round and you saw 1, 2, stack back up, and then rotate back center, and then rotate. Turn that hand under, and then saw the baby toe as you reach up through that backhand. Saw 1, 2, 3, and then lift and stack back up, and rotate one more time. Stretch, hand under, saw that toe off, reach 1. You're reaching up with this back arm like you're pressing up against an imaginary object. Stack back up, rotate center one more time, stretch, exhale, and saw. And then stack back up, come back through center, bring your legs together, forward fold, and stretch. Okay. Transitioning back now onto your back. Roll back into your mat. Head is down, pull one knee into your chest. Flexing into the hip joint, you're pulling the knee in towards your nose as you deepen in your hip flexion right here. And then release that, switch legs. Fold into it, head stays down, deep hip flexion right here. Now bring that leg into tabletop position. Take a breath of air as if you have a marble in your belly button. You're going to pull that marble in and bring the other leg right into tabletop position. Take your hands, reach to the sky. Now right arm, right leg reaches away. Pull that back in. 3 more times, right there. 3 times solo rather. Right arm, right leg. One more time. Now left arm, left leg stretches away from center, pulling that marble into your belly button all the way. Keep going. One more. Pause right there. Now, your brain's going to say, what? Don't worry about it. You can do left arm, right leg, stretch it away. Pull it back in. 2 more times. Left arm, right leg. Pause there. Right arm, left leg, stretch away. Marble continues to pull into your belly button. 2 more. And last one. Place your feet down. Place your arms down. Take your feet wide. Drop your right knee to your left ankle. Bring the knees back center. Left knee to right ankle. Come back through center. Do that again. Right knee to left ankle. Now bring your right arm. Reach it up near your ear. Stretch up and over. Feel the stretch up into your ribs. Deep cleansing breath. Switch sides. Left knee to left ankle. Left arm reaches up near your ear. Stretch up into the armpit. Lats, ribs, obliques. Nice deep cleansing breaths. Bring everything back center. Stretch your legs out onto the mat. Arms reach down by your sides with the palms up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Follow your breath in and out, allowing everything to melt into the mat. Let your ribs get heavy. Let your mind soften. Focus on your breath flowing in through your nose. And as it exits through the mouth, it's warm. As it comes into the nose, it's cool. Belly is rising, falling on that. One more deep breath. Float your eyes open. Bend your knees. Roll to one side and sit yourself up.